What's going on, fans? It's Canada's Being Boxing. Don't forget subscribe. Let's speak boxing. What are we going to speak about? We're going to speak about Miguel Cotto defeating Daniel Geale. He definitely came out. Let me lower this real quick. He came out victorious via TKO to regain his middleweight. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and say his middleweight. What is considered a middleweight 160 division. Not 157, 160 middleweight title, which I'll go ahead and touch bases on that a little bit. But anyways, Cotto came in defending his WBC middleweight title, his middleweight 160 title, his 160 title, not 157, his 160 title against Daniel Geale. Cotto came in at 39 victories, 32 KOs, obviously improved it to 40 victories, 32 KOs, while Geale came in, he took the fight. 31 with 16 KOs, 3 losses. But, he took the fight, He took the fight at a catchweight at 157. He actually had to lose 10 pounds in the week of the fight. For those people who feel as though that could not take effect, I don't, try to go ahead and lose 10 pounds in 1 week. Let's see how that goes. But anyways, long story short, not to take anything away from Miguel Cotto whatsoever. He definitely looked impressive. He definitely looked good. The last time I see Miguel Cotto since he stepped into the ring against Sergio Martinez, it's been like over a year. He had a convincing victory over Sergio Martinez, knocked him out, to George the Boxing Genius. To his eyes, he's seen, Sergio Martinez knocked out a cripple. He knocked out a cripple. So he definitely didn't get no respect there. But Sergio Martinez is never considered a natural middleweight. He was fighting at 154. A lot of ducked and dodged by a lot of people. So he actually had to move up to 160 to actually take on legitimate opponents. Because everyone else at 154 ducked and dodged him, So he had to move up in weight. So he's not a natural 154 fighter. So coming into this fight itself, Geale was considered the much larger opponent. Geale was a natural 160 middleweight fighter, whereas Miguel Cotto, he fought at welterweight. He moved up to 154 and then moved up to 160. Much kudos, much respect to Cotto right there. He shows a lot of heart. But there's been a lot of speculations, a lot of fights lingering right there. The two major fights that are lingering right now is Canelo Alverez and, of course, the undefeated Gennady Golovkin, Triple G. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and talk about this fight right here. And I'm sorry, I'm a little tipsy right now. I had a little bit too much to drink, but it is what it is. But coming into this fight, it was an impressive fight, even though it was 4 rounds and stuff like that, but it was definitely good. And from the opening bell, Cotto simply dominated Geale. He was catching Geale with left hooks and wearing him down, catching him with all kinds of stuff. But by the time the two fighters got to the 4th round, Geale was getting beat to the punch. He was getting beat to the punch, and Cotto definitely capitalized. By the time the second knockdown occurred into the 4th round, the referee decided it was all over. Geale told the referee, at least it looked like Geale told the referee, Harvey Dock, that he didn't want to continue. Man, he had enough. But like I said, this is one hell of a performance. But the only thing I have against Miguel Cotto and Floyd Mayweather Jr. are my 2 favorite fighters out there. I'm a big Floyd Mayweather Jr. fan. I'm a big Miguel Cotto fan, and I'm a big Amir Khan fan. But the only thing I have against Miguel Cotto, and I'm completely hurt by this, is the simple fact that he fought at a catch weight. The catch weight situation got me. Geale was having to lose 10 pounds within 1 week just to make weight. I really don't know how much he weighed in the night of the fight, but regardless of how much he weighed in the night of the fight, he was completely dehydrated. It's tough. It's definitely tough. But not take anything with Cotto. Cotto came into the fight, as a smaller opponent. The night of the fight, the day before, he weighed less. I think he weighed like 153, 154, something like that. Geale came in at 157, the max. So, much heart goes out. Cotto shows a lot of heart. Cotto definitely shows a lot of heart. Um, he's won the fight, any type of fighter, but it was definitely a great performance by Miguel Cotto. Him being a smaller fighter coming into this fight, defending the 160 fight. If you're going to defend the 160, you cannot defend the 160 belt, the middleweight belt at 157. I'm not taking, I'm Puerto Rican. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm definitely Puerto Rican. I was born in San Juan, Puerto Rico. I have a lot of family that lives in Bayamon, Santa Juanita. I get that, but it's not about that whatsoever. If you're gonna fight and defend a belt at 160, you cannot have a catch weight at 157. That's the only shit that fucks me up, man. That's the only thing. I wish Cotto, that the performance that he put on, I wish he would have just let it be, man. I wish he would have just let it be, because that right there is going to be questioned to your legacy, man. It's going to be questionable, And right now, he's already, as a Puerto Rican fighter, we have Tito Trinidad, and Cotto right now, he's above Tito Trinidad. He's above Tito Trinidad, you know. And I wish he would have took the 160 fight. I wish he would have left it at 160, and then if he would have put up the same performance, then yes, hands down, man. But now everything at 157 is going to be questionable. It's definitely going to be questionable. It's going to tarnish the victory. For me, in my eyes, that definitely tarnished the victory itself. Um, and right now, he is bigger than Tito Trinidad. He is bigger than Macho Camacho in the Puerto Rican society, in the Puerto Rican in La Isla. He's definitely he's the guy. But to me, in my eyes, at 157, you're a middleweight title holder, and you're fighting out a catch weight at 157. Come on, man. You fucking shit up, man. But anyways, what's next for Miguel Cotto? I would definitely see Miguel Cotto taking on Canelo Alvarez. That would be an absolute war. And it's a must-see fight. It's definitely going to be a tractable. Matter of fact, Canelo Alvarez versus Miguel Cotto is the biggest fight right now. You can set up Mayweather versus Triple G, and I will watch Canelo versus Cotto, hands down. And I'm saying it because of my culture. Because right now that'll be an absolute war. Damn Triple G versus Cotto and shit like that. But Mexico versus Puerto Rico always strikes attention and pumps blood through my veins, man. So, hands down, if you watch a video regarding Miguel Cotto versus Canelo about 3 years ago, or actually about 2 years ago that I created, I'm gonna have to go with Cotto on this one, man. If Canelo Alvarez, from I'm gonna have to be a fan. I'm gonna have to be a fan of boxing on this one, man. Canelo Alvarez versus Cotto. I'm a big Canelo Alvarez fan. I think Canelo Alvarez can definitely. He has what it takes to beat Miguel Cotto if he sits there and if he boxes him. But if he sits there and brawls with Canelo Alvarez, with Miguel Cotto, I think it's gonna be a brawl, man. But Cotto's slick. He's slick. Since he's been with Freddie Roach, he's looked a lot better. He's definitely looked a lot better. But I'm gonna have to go with Cotto on this one. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think of Miguel Cotto versus Daniel Geale. Like I said, I apologize. I'm a little tipsy. This is live, though. I'm not sure if this video makes any sense or anything like that. I'm going to have to check it out tomorrow. But anyways, guys, this is Kenneth SB Unboxing from Subscribe. Have a good one.